All right, this meeting is now being recorded. The time is 7:07. It is June 22nd, the last council meeting of the San Francisco, or the last meeting of the San Francisco Coordinating Council of Lions. I call this meeting to order. That's the last time I'll get to hit that bell. Oh, I guess, well, one more today. So let's share the screen, and I'd like to ask Lion Sharon, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Okay. Everybody put their hands over, the right hand over their heart, and we'll say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the
republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you, First Vice President Sharon. Now
You're
let's
welcome.
turn the screen back on. Yep. And let's go to the patriotic song. All right, hope this works. Okay. All right. So that was the patriotic song, and now we will move on to the invocation. And it's a bit last minute, but I'm sure he's up for it. DG Dr. June, can you lead us in one of our inspirational speeches that you have for the invocation? Let me see if I can get him unmuted.
Thank you for the fellowship. Thank you for all the friendship. Thank you for the opportunity given to us to serve our community. Thank you for everything. May we continue to serve our community and support our incoming officers for Lionistic year 2022 to 2023. May we thank all the officers of this Lionistic year 2021 to 2022, because we believe that where there is a need, there is always a lion. Thank you.
All right, thank you, District Governor Dr. June. Next, we will move on to our sort of routine business, and we'll try to make it fast. So I know this is a virtual meeting, and also for the benefit of those who are calling in from Canada and with the 3-hour time difference. So for Secretary's report, I will be reading out the minutes of our last meeting, which was way long ago in March 23, because April was, of course, our what do you call it? Our awards night was the same week. So we had a joint meeting with the PCL, and the PCL hosted that. And then May was our district convention. So we did not have a meeting on the same week as the district convention. So for March, meeting was called to order at 6 p.m. and it was held at the Harbor View Restaurant, hosted by San Francisco Cosmopolitan Lions. We had inspirational message by the president of said club, Lion Gary Mingle. Secretary's report was read by myself. Motion to approve it was made by Lion Margaret Lee of Chinatown, seconded by DG Dr. June of Philam. Motion passed. No activity was reported by Treasurer Ching, so the balances remained the same: $6,543.75 for admin, $10,500.60 for scholarship. There's an inquiry on the extra $500 in scholarship that was brought up by PDG Lydia the meeting before. It was investigated by Treasurer Ching, and it was found that the $500 or a bit less than 500 was deposited in July of 2018 with no check image. So that sort of answered the question on whether it was a recent transaction, and it was not. Motion to accept the treasurer's report was made by First Vice President Sharon, Geneva Excelsior, seconded by PDG Esther, Marina North Beach. There we go. Motion passes. Roll call. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 clubs were present from the San Francisco Council, and there were dignitaries and guests that were not recorded. For the business, Police and Fire and Sheriff Awards Night was presented. At that time, we had not planned to have a souvenir program, and we were having difficulty contacting the departments, but we all know how that ended out, and there will be a report on that later today. New business was the just a presentation on club officer elections, and open forum was club reports, and you can see the recording, of course, for that. Peninsula Council of Lions, First Vice President of said council, Clayton Jolly, reported that they would be having their next meeting on March 28th, hosted by Bay Area Special Olympics and Peninsula Veterans, and that their awards night would be on May 27th at the Crown Plaza in Foster City. District remarks by Second Vice District Governor Kevin and District Governor Dr. June. And for adjournment, meeting was adjourned at 8:36. So that's the minutes of the last meeting. Are there any questions? If not, can I ask for a motion to approve said minutes?
So move.
All right, it has been moved by First Vice President Sharon, Geneva Excelsior. Do I have a second? Okay, I see DG Dr. June raising his hand. Phil Am. All right, any discussion? If not, we'll move into a vote. All in favor, please raise your hand or say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. All right, motion carries. Next, we have the treasurer's report. And I believe that my treasurer, Lion Ching Evaristo, said that she would not be able to make it. But we did have a meeting earlier this week to discuss our end of year report that we will be presenting at the next cabinet meeting. So I have all of the information on that. So for our opening balance, as stated in the minutes, it was $6,543.75. Scholarship at $10,560 or $10,560. For scholarship, there technically was no activity. Actually, there was a mistaken deposit to scholarship that was then transferred over to admin. So that's why the balance remains the same. And for the admin account, there's income of $11,810.26. For the most part, or actually all of it, was due to the awards night, and expenses is sort of matched $11,147.15. Our ending balance as of June 21st, yesterday, was $7,206.86. So that's the treasurer's report. There were a lot of income, there's a lot of different incomes and expenses for the awards night, and I didn't see it important to list all of that there, but it will be in the end of year financial statement. Any questions? If not, can I have a motion to accept this report as read? Maybe someone else
Nope.
wants to give it a shot. Nope. Well,
So moved.
Sharon. All right. Sharon's got it. Sharon, moved by Sharon. Do I have a second? I think Peter, are you raising your hand or are you trying to reach something? Okay, well, he's muted, but it looked like he raised his hand. Peter, you good? All right, moved by Sharon, seconded by Peter, and excuse me again, because I am currently without a secretary, so I'm taking these minutes for next time down while holding the meeting. Okay, any discussion? If not, we'll move into a vote. All in favor, please say aye or raise your
Aye.
hand.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Okay, that was an aye, so ayes have it. Motion carries. And next is the end of year financial report. And I guess I did actually put this on the agenda, so now I have to open it up. Geez, let's see. Okay. So let's make it brief, is that we have the sort of the final report already laid out, except we have a couple of checks that have not yet cleared, or payments from the awards night, as well as some income that we may receive. We're still trying to pursue some no-shows that RSVP'd. So PDG Esther is working on that, but of course
Yeah.
the first 3 quarters are final because they're closed already. So this is Q1. It was reported on the second cabinet meeting on November 13th, or at least it was, I believe this is the one where I forgot to report it. So it was later furnished to the cabinet secretary. The second, oh, yes, no, okay. The second quarter was presented at the third cabinet meeting on February 19th. And then the third quarter, so when I say quarter, I mean, of course, July, August, September, and then October, November, December is the second quarter, and so on and so forth, every 3 months. So then the final 2 quarters, Q3 and Q4, which is January to July, or January to June of this year, were not closed by the end of the third cabinet meeting. So Q3 was absolutely no activity, and Q4 is as presented pretty much since our March meeting. So the same totals are reflected here. So yeah, all were various bank fees and expenses for the awards night, and all income was from the awards night. All right, and I don't think this needs to be accepted. It's just a summary of all of the reports that were given to you over the past year, but it is for everyone's information already done. So we don't have to worry about it come next year. Okay, so that's pretty much it for treasurer duties up until later when we have to set the new signatories. Any questions? If not, we will move to attendance. And this probably won't look good. I see that we don't have that many people because most likely due to a convention or Zoom, but I will let my first vice president, Lion Sharon, take it away.
And can you please make a note if I call out a club that is no longer with us, because I lost my other sheet, so I'm not quite sure this one is accurate.
Sure.
San Francisco Ada, San Francisco Bay Area, San Francisco Bay New Century, San Francisco Bayview Hunters Point, San Francisco Buda, San Francisco Chinatown,
3.
3. San Francisco Circle, San Francisco Cosmopolitan, San Francisco Dynamics, San Francisco Phil-Am,
4.
San Francisco Financial Rescue, San Francisco Geneva Excelsior, I think there's two of us here. I think Stephen Martin is here from the Geneva. San Francisco Global Business, San Francisco Global Healthcare Cyber, San Francisco Healthcare Cyber, San Francisco Highlands, San Francisco Hispanics, San Francisco Host, San Francisco Keystone, San Francisco Korean American, San Francisco Latinos Unidos, San Francisco Marina North Beach, San Francisco Merced Heights, San Francisco Niki, San Francisco Nueva Vizcaya, San Francisco Ocean Ingleside, San Francisco Park Presidio Sunset, San Francisco Premier, San Francisco Special Choir, San Francisco Unified.
Here present.
They're present, okay. One, San Francisco Veteran. That's it.
Okay, so there's two more that were newly added. First is San Francisco Global Arts Cyber.
Well, what's this?
I-
Is that different from San Francisco Healthcare?
Yeah,
Global
no,
Healthcare?
global art. Art isn't like artists.
I know, so that's, no.
Yes, yeah, it is. It's a different club. It's a new club. Oh, sorry, Line Sharon. I think you muted yourself by accident.
Muted myself.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, we can. And yeah, so
Okay. San Francisco Global what?
art cyber.
Okay,
bel-
cyber. Okay. And is
And
anybody here from them today?
I don't believe so, unless the phone number who we still haven't heard from. And the second is Silicon Valley Global Innovation, which is not a new club, but was assigned to our council. Silicon Valley Global Innovation. Well, I guess they are a new club. They were formed at the very beginning of this year.
Global, and what was the last word? Global what?
Innovation.
Innovation. Thank you.
And no, I don't believe they're present either.
Okay.
Oh, and although we do have someone who just got in. Hey, Lion Helen. So you can mark down San Francisco Veterans is present.
Okay.
All right. So what's the total or how many? Or the count, I guess.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so we have 5 clubs present, or 5 San Francisco clubs present. Actually, that's much lower than usual. PDG Eugene, you're here, right?
What club is he with?
No, he's Chinatown. I was just gonna ask him as
Oh.
an advisor. What do we do if, like, are we allowed to perform business with this count? Let me see if I can get him to unmute. We might have to resort to a written ballot sent out by email or something, or some sort of informal.
Quorum?
Yeah, no, I don't think five is not a quorum.
No.
Well, I mean, I'm sure we can still go on with the meeting and then later request presidents of clubs that are not present today to sort of email some sort of affirmation that they vote to it, and then have it be via written ballot, or not written, but which is actually how we ran our elections, not this year, but the previous year, when we couldn't meet in person. And that was before Zoom. Okay. Well, actually, can I ask any non-San Francisco clubs that are present today to please identify, just so that we can have you down for the contest? Although I'm not sure whether the contest has started yet. This might be one of those weird months where nothing's going on or it's not counted. But Feel free to unmute and say what club you're from, even though I know.
Peninsula Veterans.
All right. Thanks, Kevin.
Half Bay.
All right, and thanks, Clayton. Eleanor Britter's not here today, right? I think she emailed saying that she would. Oh, wait, Mark?
Yes, we're here. Two of us.
What club you from, Mark?
South San Francisco Golden Gate Lions Club.
Okay,
Definitely.
thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
All right, great. So now dignitaries and guests. Of course, we're all dignitaries and guests here today, but can I recognize the club presidents who are here? I believe President Jack Mack. Hey, Kevin, is Tamara around? Oh,
He's in the house.
okay. Well, then I'll recognize I'll recognize her as well. Tamara Guest of Peninsula Veterans. Mike President's not here. Who's the current president of veterans right now, Helen? Because I know CJ's coming up. Is it you? Okay. Who else? Is that all the club presidents here? I guess so. Okay, so thank you, club presidents.
It is CJ.
Well, okay. CJ incoming, but is CJ the 444 number that we can't hear right now?
No, he has a
Okay.
415 number.
Or no, does it end with 444? Oh no, because this is a 650. Okay, yeah, never mind. Okay, all right. What else? Jack Mack, zone chair. Sharon Eberhardt, zone chair, right? Yeah.
I'm the region chair.
Oh, region chair. My apologies. I know. Well, I know you're going to be my region chair, but yeah, I
Right.
guess you're region chair, right? You're region chair right now too. And then, well, I guess
Yeah,
all the way up the
anything,
chain.
yeah.
Oh, our past district governors, PDG Eugene Chan. And then our second vice district governor elect, Clayton Jolly. Our first vice district governor elect, Kevin Guess, and our district governor, or please stay seated, but give a little wave to DG Dr. June. All right, and that does it for recognition of dignitaries and guests. Oh, we don't. Oh, and I guess, well, Lion Clayton, also incoming president of the Peninsula Council of Lions, our counterpart. So now awards night. So we did have a very successful awards night earlier this year. Oh, and apologies. I'm getting a call from Lion Bill Stepanovich. So, oh, maybe Lion Sharon, can you just read out the these bullet points that we have here about our awards night while I try to answer this?
Oh, we had 160 guests, meals paid for, 28 awardees, 12 police, 6 firefighters, and 10 sheriffs. The souvenir program raised $2,515, which is a net of $1,591.96. And overall net is approximately $270.08.
Right, that did help. Thank you, First Vice President Sharon. Yeah, so it was a very successful night. Maybe now that it's over, I'm clear to say that about a week before it was scheduled to happen, it might not have happened. We were very far down in our estimates for the head count, given that we need to have a certain minimum in order to qualify for holding the venue. Otherwise, we'd have to pay out of pocket, and we were like at half. So I thank everyone on the team who stepped up and started doing the phone tree, getting all of those people who RSVP'd, and for several outside organizations who came and contributed by bringing a lot of people to recognize one particular awardee who is very popular in the Thai community. So a lot of temples and Thai organizations supported. And I'd also like to thank for the souvenir program. If you noticed in our minutes, I announced at our last meeting that we weren't going to have one, just because Manny Paje, who's always does a very good job in the souvenir program, was very busy this year and couldn't find a time or couldn't give up the time to lay that out for us. And I can do it, but as the president, I figured that I'd be pretty busy. But thankfully, I have to recognize I'd be remiss without recognizing Lion Allison Wilson, actually, of Brisbane, who stepped up and reached out to me after Lion Margaret Lee reached out to her and offered to do it for us for free. So she organized all of that. She got us a really good deal at America Printing with the PDG Michael Chan and Macy, who also gave us a very, very good discount. So I thank them as well. And she went ahead and helped us raise over $1,500 after the cost of printing. And we printed out a lot. I believe I still have a lot because we printed enough for, one per person. So every seat had a souvenir program, and we had a lot extra to give to our advertisers. And if we had a in-person meeting today, I would have brought them over so anyone who didn't get one could get one. But we made sure to at least print out one for every single person attending, so that those who came to support their awardee, if they were outside guests, would have something to remember it by. And yeah, otherwise, we only made $270. That's because we had quite a few no-shows, and also we had to pay for plaques and all these other miscellaneous expenses. So if it wasn't for the souvenir program, we'd be about 1,300 in the red. So yeah,
Wow.
not good. And also we barely, you noticed that we got 160 guests finally. Our minimum was 150. We normally have around 250 guests in attendance. And that really is, what makes us the money is the additional guests, because anything that we make above that is sort of, we get more profit out of it. So yeah, it is unfortunate that we had to have a much smaller event than we're used to, but at least it happened. And I really do thank, I thanked you at the event in person, and I gave you some certificates, but everyone who helped out, I really do appreciate that. And I'm sure that all of the awardees, and that really is the important thing here, is all those who are serving all this time, they appreciated being able to be honored in person by the Lions clubs of San Francisco. Oh, that's the other thing. And thank you to all of the clubs that stepped up and sponsored an awardees meal, or several awardees, because really it wouldn't have happened without you. It really is the clubs that are awarding the honorees. We're holding the event. We're organizing it all together, but each club is the one that is individually selecting honorees to be honored for their service. Okay, I think that's enough about the awards night. And it's very emotional for me because it was behind the scenes, it was a lot more hectic than it has been in years past. We did I like to say that we accomplished in about 2 weeks what normally would take us 4 months, and it really was down to the last day. So I really do. If I haven't said it enough, I'm so thankful to everyone on the council and everyone else on the committee who helped with that, and of course all the attendees who showed up. Okay, so that's it for the awards night. Now for the new business and what you've been waiting for, the election of our 2022 officers. And so these were the people who were selected and recommended and sort of recruited by our PDG advisors, who went out, and because we had to fill a couple of gaps, not just myself leaving, but also our secretary, Lion Marlene, who has been sort of on a leave of absence for quite a while, almost half the year now. She is still not able to continue serving, so we amicably parted ways and said that when she's feeling better, when her health improves, she might be able to come back. But for now, she will not be joining us next year. So to read it off, or I don't know if Eugene, do you want to do it since you're the advisor? If he's here. All right, well, okay. So for president, most of it is unsurprising. President will be Sharon Eberhardt of Geneva Excelsior. Immediate past president, of course, will be myself. August Valera of PhilAm. Our first vice president will be Evelyn Paje, moving up from second from San Francisco Host. Our second vice president will be Ching Evaristo from Dynamic, so she will not be continuing as treasurer next year. Our secretary will be a new person, Lion Vicky Palomar from Premier. And our treasurer will be the former treasurer of Chinatown, Manson Leung. So that is the proposed slate from our PDG advisors. As far as I understand, all those involved were approached by our advisors and made aware of the sort of the rules and responsibilities of the position and have accepted it. So let's see. Oh, we have some newcomers. Lion Sharon, can you reflect that in the attendance?
Who are they?
We have Lion Evelyn and Lion Manny Paje, San Francisco Host. And we have, well, another president of San Francisco PhilAm, Lion Lorna Feria, and probably her husband Bud and their Leos. Okay, so still don't have a quorum, huh?
No, I mean,
Yeah,
you count people or clubs?
we count clubs.
Well,
There was a problem with the link because Zoom has an upgrade, so it took me a while to sign on. Plus, I was late.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. Thanks for joining us. You came in at the most interesting time here. To recap, we do not have the required clubs necessary to make a quorum, probably because of the Zoom and international convention and whatnot. I know, if it wasn't for Zoom, I know definitely for sure PDG Esther would be here. So that's one club. And then who else? A couple other people who told me they couldn't make it. Oh yeah, PDG Lydia, because of the recent death within her family. And so certain other people aren't able to make it for various reasons. So that is the proposed slate of officers. And now, because it is only a proposed slate, that kind of precludes any voting that we could do right now. So this will be emailed out to, well, I don't know, Lion Sharon, is the what I'm proposing sort of what you want to do?
sure.
Yeah, okay. So it'll be emailed out to the San Francisco Council group with a form, very much like the RSVP form, and we'll just request that every club's representative, most likely the president, because that's who will receive it, submits the form just saying that they, approve of the 6 officers listed here. All right. Oh, DG Dr. June, go ahead.
I suggest that you submit this lineup to all the clubs, and you give the clubs at least a few days before July 1 to response, and so that at least this lineup of officers will function on July 1. That
Okay.
is my suggestion.
Okay.
Anyway, and once you submit that and you give them a deadline of 1 week, it does not matter. We have already a quorum because all the clubs are notified for this election. That's my suggestion.
Okay. So I guess we'll go with that. With updating this is out. So we'll have to take note, future secretary should take note that you need to do that next time. But the incoming president message, I guess, can still stand. So, well, supposed incoming president-elect's message, Lion Sharon, would you like to say a few words?
Oh, I didn't expect it. Well, I'll
You
just
should have.
I'll just be
That's how
very,
it works normally.
I'll just be very brief. I'd like to thank August for all his hard work last year. Without him, we wouldn't have been able to have as many meetings as we had because we relied on him for doing the Zoom portion of our meetings, and he did a fantastic job. I'm quite honored to be in consideration for president. I'm still sort of in a learning curve, so I'm going to depend on the current officers that are moving up to kind of keep me on the straight and narrow here, and the advisors. And I'm hoping that we'll all work together as a team and that we'll have a successful year. And maybe I think one of our first chores that we need to put on the agenda is how we can get better attendance at the meetings by the clubs, because we're not getting a very good response. I don't know if that's because people don't like the Zoom meetings and they would prefer to be meeting in person, but that's something we need to work on. That's it.
All right. Thank you very much, President-elect, almost elect, Sharon. And then I did put on here, I don't know if you wanted to say a few words in regards to the installation of officers, or if you have any plans already.
Well, it was suggested that we contact the, what's the name of that place? I always forget it.
Jolly.
No, the venue, South San Francisco Elks Lodge.
Elks Lodge. Yeah, I can never remember that name. And I think PDG Esther has done that, and she's waiting to hear back from them what dates they will have open for if we decide to use that. Since the president of the Peninsula Council is here tonight, I would like to invite him to join us, and we do a joint installation dinner like we did last year. People really enjoyed that. It was very successful and very successful. And
President.
so when he has a chance to think about that, I would appreciate if he would let me know if he would like to do that, and if his council would like to do that.
Thank you for the invite, Sharon. I think that's a great idea. I think that was a very enjoyable event last year. I've got another 10 days or so before I'm the actual president, but
Well, I know. I didn't know for sure, because I tried to look on the thread to see if you'd been elected yet, and I couldn't see it. So I was going to send you an email, but I thought I'd wait for a while till I'm sure that you were, officially elected. Because I'm not really officially elected either.
we will get together with our board and we'll get back to you. But I'm not opposed to that. That was a lovely event.
Yeah. Great.
Okay. So be on the lookout for that. Did we know what sort of we're looking into, or it's still a bit away. I guess not. Okay. So I did miss a chat message by PDG Eugene, and he recommended that even without quorum, I should take a vote anyway. Okay. So I can do that. For all those San Francisco clubs in attendance today, of which we have, I believe, 6, given the officers presented previously, I'm calling for a vote to see whether all are amenable to those officers sitting on the board of the San Francisco Council next year. Do I have, or all those in favor, please raise your hand or say aye.
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 All those
Aye.
opposed, say nay or speak now. All right, so it's unanimous, at least in here. So I think, Sharon, I don't think you're going to be able to get out of this one.
Oh, well, I could always take a medical leave,
Oh, no. Well, if you need it, we'll keep you on the roster until you can. So, we all help. We help each other out here in the
That's right.
council.
That's what teamwork is all about.
Yep. All right. So now I will move on to club reports, and for the last time, I'd like to ask Lion Sharon to call out the names of the clubs present here today.
Okay. San Francisco Chinatown, San Francisco Phil Am, San Francisco Geneva Excelsior, San Francisco Host, San Francisco Nikkei. Didn't you say that Bill was on phone? Is he still here?
No, I don't think he was able to get in. I did text him the phone number.
Okay. San Francisco Unified and San Francisco Veterans.
All right, then, sorry, I probably said that wrong then. Can you say it again, but one by one, so each club can report?
Okay. San Francisco Chinatown.
Yes, San Francisco Chinatown Lions Club. We have a 70 anniversary celebration and installation of our officer 2022 to 2023 on July 15, 2022, Friday, 6 p.m. at HL Peninsula Restaurant. All are welcome. That's it.
San Francisco Phil Am.
This is the future ones, right?
Yes.
Okay. So on Saturday, PhilAm will still go to the food bank. So we still have 5 people. If you need, if somebody wants to still come with us, there were I can still sign you up. And the Valera family unit are going to the Montreal International Convention. Thank you.
Very good. San Francisco Geneva Excelsior Lions Club. Well, we have not, we have nothing pending right now. San Francisco Host. Oh, they're not here. San Francisco Unified.
Emmanuel, Evelyn, you're muted.
Yeah, she's muted.
They're talking.
Okay, here's the report. Every Saturday, the San Francisco host is picking up the goods, the boxes at Sentins Bar in collaboration with the Latinos Unidos and the Dynamic, the healthcare providers, picking up like 200 boxes every Saturday and deliver it to the recipients. And also, the host is also helping in the food bank at the Tiglia every third Wednesday of the month. And
United Methodist.
at United Methodist of Daly City. And we are also helping deliver about 600. I mean, the recipients will be about 500 to 600, and the boxes will be like 200 every Saturday, and that is twice a month. And also, we are also working in collaboration with the Daly City, the deliver foods every Monday of the month. That's all.
Okay, thank you. San Francisco Unified.
Yes, so just to share, this is my first meeting here for council, but I just want to share, I think probably the only thing I can think of that can share to the community here is that we're working on the Lions dance competition over in Chinatown on July 16th and 17th. We are still working on finalizing it, and obviously we're welcoming everybody to join, and the committee is still working on it, and so we'll keep you all updated via email or via Carol, Lion Carol. But that's it for now.
Thank you. Thank you. San Francisco Veterans.
Hi, I'm sorry I was late today. I had a meeting with the Bikes for Vets committee. And so we are starting to rev up with picking dates for fixing bikes again. They've done a number of pickup from the San Francisco Police Department. The next time that we will be working on bikes is July 22nd on a Friday, and it could go into Saturday the 23rd. And so we're starting to start picking up on cases. I've been in talks with the Oakland VA clinic. They have a need for bikes, but that's a different project that I'm working with Lion Michael Chan with his Silicon Valley Cyber Lions. That's a different project. Same with the movies for vets. We're trying to work on that one at the same time, and that might be later in July. But again, we'll let people know. Thank you.
Thank you. That's it. That's all the reports.
Okay, and actually I was able to get a hold of Bill in the meantime, and apparently he is the one who called in and he's been able to hear us all this time, but he was not able to speak. So he, for the record, line Bill Stefanovich, San Francisco Nikkei is present and he voted yes on all of the things that we talked about, even though he couldn't say it. And for the Nikkei's club report, they have a club rebuilding meeting on June the 27th. Their current treasurer, Lion Liog, is going to be attending the International Convention in Montreal, and Lion Bill will be at the San Francisco Chinatown's installation. And that's their report.
Thank you.
So yeah, and I'm sure he heard that, even though he can't hear, or we can't hear him. So now going back to our agenda. Okay, that's done. That's it for club reports. Next, the Peninsula Council of Lions. Do you have anything you want to report, Clayton?
Thank you, President August. Well, we had our PCL Police and Fire Awards last month. It was very well attended. We had about 250 people in attendance and recognized 36 police and firefighters for meritorious actions and service. We appreciated everybody from the San Francisco Council who was able to come and join us. It was a lovely evening. June 16th, we had a in-person meeting, which unfortunately I was out of town for. And we have not yet had our board meeting to address next year's installation as we previously talked about. I did enjoy going to San Jose for the Council of Governors with our cabinet team. It was nicely attended and a great event. The only issue there was my wife ended up with COVID from that particular event, but she's doing very well. Is pretty much past it now, and we're looking to put that behind us as well. Anyway, thank you for allowing me to speak. And on behalf of President Benicia, who's in Montreal, hello from PCL.
All right. Thank you, President-elect Clayton. And now we will go straight to district remarks, starting with you.
I'm not going to repeat everything I just said, but
well, this is on behalf of the district now. I don't know if.
Well, I'm looking forward to working with everybody in the coming year, and District Governor-elect John Huey's installation on August 13th. Hope to see you all there. Thank you.
All right, now we have our first Vice District Governor-elect, Lion Kevin.
Good evening, Lions. It's just briefly, it's been a great year. I want to thank Dr. June for just providing a great platform to really learn and grow. I know I kind of repeat myself when I'm meeting with you guys. We are so blessed to have such a great and strong leadership development program that really allows us to thrive at the multiple district level, and being able to share our successes with others has been extremely gratifying. Again, it is a really testament to our district that we have so many great programs that prepare our leaders for service and are prepared to actually lead as we meet with the other governors at the state level. So thank you for that. And thank you, Dr. June, for all your support. It's been a great year. Looking forward to the next one.
All right, thank you, Lion Kevin. And I believe first, or District Governor-elect Lion John is not here right now. And also I believe that DG Dr. June had just stepped out to walk around Niagara Falls. So unfortunately, he's not able to make a report at this time. But I will say that he is going to be, of course, at the international convention, there to formally relinquish his title and pull off the district governor-elect ribbon off Lion John. And I will be there myself, recording the whole thing, as well as the other presentations that he'll be putting on at international conventions. So if you're there to attend, be sure to check out the MD for breakfast and DG Dr. June's presentations about our district's success this year with GMA, with membership, leadership, service, and whatnot. And if not, then I'm sure all of those talks will be recorded and available to us, just like the officer trainings that were just recently, or I guess not so recently held, are about to be. I'm still finalizing the works on that. So this is now not a DG Dr. June presentation, but from myself as IT committee chair. We're still the reason why we're working with those training videos and why they're going to be out very soon, I promise, is that we are, and I believe once you see the recordings, you'll know that we are formally at the last pre-cabinet meeting, it was discussed, and we are formally launching what we're calling, much like USA Canada Forum has the Lions University, which offers bachelor's, master's, and doctorates in Lionism. We are opening up the Lions College of District 4C4, where you can attend and learn about the various officer positions and other trainings we have, and get an associate's in one of those. So pretty much same old stuff. We've already have these recordings for well over 3 years now, 3 years worth of recordings for officer trainings. Now there will be a small optional evaluation at the end, like Lions University, 10 questions or less, sort of recapping the experience, or what are the duties of the various positions. And if you complete that, then you'll be credited on LCI Learn, and you might get a nice certificate out of it. I'm not sure yet what the plans are, but that's sort of the next evolution in our leadership training. I'm sure people will be very enthusiastic about filling out those surveys and getting all of the credit, and learning about the various officer positions and other things that our district has to offer. So yeah, that's pretty much my report, and I'm happy to continue serving as IT chair. So if anyone has any interesting technology related ideas, I'm sure John will. So he can feel free to contact me about those. Okay, and that, for the most part, I believe concludes all of the business that I have scheduled for this meeting. I'm not sure if the next meeting in July will be in person or not, but the next meeting should be the fourth Wednesday of the month, which, excuse me for not having that already ready to go, is, oh man, it's taken a while. Someone help me out here.
27th.
The 27th, July 27th. So I don't know. Sharon, I don't know if you want to ask, but if not, I'll ask. Is there any club who's in, or any San Francisco club that's interested in already hosting or signing up to host a in-person meeting on the 27th? Bit of a thing to spring up on you. But please think about it, as well as the rest of the dates, so Sharon can start filling in her schedule for next year. But the next meeting supposedly will be July 27th. Okay. This is open forum. Anyone else have anything they want to discuss or report out that they didn't have an opportunity to? Well, it's my last time to do this. Thank you all for coming to the San Francisco Council meeting. I hope you had a very pleasant year with us, mostly through Zoom, but some in person, and we're getting back into it. We are improving with our new venue for our police and fire, where we've finally regained contact with the departments. We have a new vibrant officer corps coming in, and I only see bright futures for the council. So thank you all. The time is 8:02. This meeting is adjourned. And Sharon, I will be sure to drop off this bell and the banner and the 2 sticks that come with the banner the next time that I see you.
Lion President,
Yeah.
Lion August, I would like to thank you for your good leadership.
Great leadership.
Yeah, you're very good.
Outstanding
leadership.
job.
Outstanding, yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
I learned from the best. They're all the best leadership in this district, has guided me. I have a lot of mentors here.
Mhm.
So thank you all. And thank you for humoring us in the council and coming here to share what your clubs are doing, because that really is the most important part, is collaborating, presenting what your clubs are up to, forming connections and camaraderie. That's the thing that I miss. So more in-person meetings next year, more opportunities to sit next to a Lion you haven't met before, talk to them, find out what their club does, and hopefully form a meaningful partnership. So let's keep up the good work, council, and have a good night. See you in Montreal, or if not, see you on YouTube. All right. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.